Hey guys, this is Joe, leader of the clan Mist from Clash of Clans. This is my second video and also my second video on the attack style of GoHoWiWi, which, as I said in my first video, is a new attack strategy for our clan, but not a new attack strategy for the game. I am going to be using one of my own attacks for this video. It's a 3-star Town Hall 10 attack versus a Town Hall 9. And the attack style, again, is going to be GoHoWiWi. I'm going to go through kind of what my plan was, how it went, and how you may want to do it differently. And first, I'm going to start with what a typical troop composition is going to be for this type of attack. Okay, so GoHoWiWi stands for Golems, and as a Town Hall 9, attacking a Town Hall 9, that's what you would typically use this attack style for. You'd use 2 Golems, and then there's Hogs, and I would say use 15, but you want a minimum of 10. Witches, probably 2 of those. Wizards, I'd say 12 of those. You want at least 10, I'd say. And then you've got some other spots here. I would say 6 Wallbreakers. Depending on the base, depending on how you want your attack to go, you may want to use more or less. But I think 6 is a pretty basic number. That leaves you 1 spot, and I'd say just throw in an archer. As a Town Hall 9, you're going to want 3 heal spells, and then 1 rage spell. If you're a Town Hall 8, I'd probably just say the 3 heal spells. Since there's no defense queen, you probably don't need the rage spell as badly. Plus there's less troops in the clan castle, less likelihood of a witch, because there's so few spots and a witch takes up so many. So Town Hall 10, I usually like to use a 4th heal spell, but you can use a jump spell. You can use another rage, I guess. You could use a freeze if that was necessary. And one thing I'd like to bring up is that it's a good thing that these attack styles aren't named based on all the troops, because if they were, this would be called something like Wally, Go, Ho, Heal, Wee, Wee, Rage, Archie, which nobody wants to say. Okay, so the way that this attack typically works, as I said in the first video, I'll go over it a little quicker this time. You put out the 2 golems. You use wizards to blow up all the buildings outside so that when you put out the rest of your troops, they don't get distracted and walk around the outside of the base. Once that's cleared out, you use Wallbreakers. Get the golems inside the base. Drop your witches. Drop your queen and king. Those go in. The goal of all those troops in the place that you're doing all of this is to get the clan castle troops and to also get the queen. So you want to do it in a spot where you can get both of those. Bonus points if you can use your golem to take out double giant bombs, because when you put out your hogs, double giant bombs is the worst thing that can happen to the hogs. It'll kill them regardless of heal spells. Hogs hit 1 giant bomb. If you're doing a good job with your heal drops, giant bombs aren't going to kill them anyway. But if there's a double, there's nothing you can do about that. So if you can use the golems to take that out, that's great. Once the queen and clan castle troops are dead, or as they're dying, that's when you drop the hogs, and you want to put them in a place where it's least likely they'll be taken out by any remaining king if you didn't manage to get him as well, and as far away from the giant bombs as possible to give the rest of your troops time to set those off. And the reason why this attack works so well, is the defenses are banging on the golem, banging on the skeletons that the witch has spawned, and the hogs move so fast, and with the heals, anything shooting at them really has no effect. And the hogs just sprint through everything. And then by the time you get to the end, even if you're low on hogs, your wizards should have survived most of the battle, because everything was shooting at either hogs, golems, or witches. And the wizards, which are probably the highest damage dealing troop in the game just because they do so much per shot, they're just slow and target the wrong thing all the time. But they can do a great job on cleaning up the base for you, making paths for the golems and the skeletons from the witch and all of that. So that's basically how this strategy works. Okay, so this is the base that I'm attacking, and I'm just going to give you a quick description of what my strategy was. It looks like there's 3 spots where there might be double giant bombs in the bottom, flanking the mortar, on the top, flanking the mortar, and then in the middle by the 2 air defenses. My guess, looking at this base, would be double giant bombs in the top and the bottom, and Teslas, 2 next to the air defenses in the middle, 1 in the compartment with the town hall next to the air sweeper, and 1 over by the queen. That's where I think everything would be. So my attack would be golems on the bottom, 1 to draw the queen out, 1 to set off the double giant bombs. Use wizards to wipe everything on the side there. Use Wallbreakers to open up the 2 compartments in the bottom left. Send the witches in, send the rest of the wizards in and the heroes. Kill the queen, kill the clan castle troops, set off the double giant bombs. Then drop the hogs off on the left side. That way they're as far away from the king as possible. And when they sweep around, if those 2 Teslas are in the middle, there's a good chance that most of the hogs will end up bypassing the double giant bomb on the top, while some few unlucky hogs set them off and die. So that's the idea, and contrary to what most people's goal would be, I'm not even going for the town hall. My goal in this attack is 3 stars or bust. I don't care about 2 stars. I don't care about 1 star. I want 3. So if everything goes right, everything will be destroyed, and I don't need to target the town hall. So you'll notice I don't make any effort to get into the middle. I just kind of let it happen. Okay, so a quick recap of the attack. Put the golems down on the bottom. Waited a little while on the second one because he was going to be in range of the queen. And didn't want her messing him up too bad until I'd made a little progress. Put wizards along the outside, clean out the outbuildings. Wallbreakers, open up the spot. One thing that worked out nice is the second upper golem there ended up going to the hole that the Wallbreakers made, which pulled the queen out of the base a little more. That worked out really well. Witches, heroes, rest of the wizards, set off the giant bombs, kill the clan castle troops, kill the queen. The rage and heal I used a little further outside the base than what I wanted, but because my archer queen had stopped and was firing from kind of far away, I wanted to make sure she was in both of those. Giving her the benefit of the heal spell was important to me to keep her at max health regardless of what else happened. But circled in red is where the giant bombs were. Circled in blue is where the Teslas were, exactly where I would have predicted that they would be. Hogs on the left. Heal spell, heal spell, heal spell. Set off the giant bombs right according to plan. An alternative on the giant bombs at the top would have been to save maybe 4 or 5 hogs And as everything else made their way over there, dropped the hogs on the top to take out that cannon, and then everyone would have no reason to run so high up. But I decided against that. I thought that it would work the way I did it, and it did. And the rest of the troops, after the hogs are done, run through and destroy everything. And like I'd hoped, the town hall got taken out. And this is one of those attacks I've said before, one of those attack styles that it doesn't have to go perfect. It works so well that you can make mistakes. Things can go not according to plan, and it would still work out. I like to think that even if most of my hogs, instead of just the few that did, if most of them had gotten destroyed by that double bomb on the top, so many of the defenses were gone by then. I mean, my queen had no damage. My king still had half health. I like to think that I still would have been able to pull the attack off, despite the fact that that double giant bomb may have taken out more hogs than I wanted. But anyway, that's how it works. If you have any questions, you can let me know. And thanks for watching.